Guilty of treason? I hate to say it, but your website sucks.
What the fuck?
The good news is that I've actually started to create you a new one. And in this video, I'm going to show you 5 things that you can do immediately to start generating more tree service leads for your local tree service business. So now you may be asking yourself, who is this random guy on the internet telling me that my website sucks? And 2, what makes him qualified to say that? Well, my name is Travis. I'm a tree climber up here in North Idaho. I actually used to work in Google Ads and SEO and decided to start tree climbing, which was one of the best decisions I ever made to leave the office. But I could not help but notice that a lot of tree service business owners like yourself just need a lot of assistance and sometimes just a little bit of hand-holding when it comes to their website, their SEO, their ads, all of that kind of stuff. This is what this YouTube channel is designed for. So if you guys are not guilty of treason, or even if you are, if you don't mind leaving a like on the video, it really helps it boost it up through the ranks. And hopefully if Guilty of Treason sees this, I'll get to help him out on his website and his ads. So thank you so much. But we're going to dive straight into it. So this is your local map ranking. So you can use services such as Local Falcon or Bright Local. This is Bright Local, and it's showing us exactly where you are ranking in the Google Map Pack and in the listings when people look up tree service near me. So your average map rank right now is about a 10.9. So to be honest, it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be just taking a look at your current website. You're currently ranking 1 pretty close to your local area, but you can see it pretty dramatically drops off as we go further and further away, which is pretty natural. But this is all stuff that we can fix with some of the few changes that I'm going to go over today. It's going to take a lot more changes in the long run. You know, this is not a just one day fix it tomorrow and you're ranking 1 across the board. But what I want to give you is just a really good starting foundation to your website SEO so that you can start with the right foot forward. So how do we start building this foundation so that you can start receiving more calls in your local area? Number 1 is SEO 101. You have to update your H1s and your H2s. And now you may be asking yourself, Travis, what the hell are H1s and H2s? So these are your heading 1s and your heading 2s on your website. This is going to tell Google what you do and where you do it. And you'll see this as a common theme throughout the video, that you want this in multiple places throughout your website. But let's go ahead and take a look at what yours look like right now. So this right here is your heading 1. Right now you have it as certified arborist, which is great, right? You are a certified arborist, but in the context of SEO, we want to be telling Google as clearly as possible what you do and where you do it. So if this said something like certified arborist in Enumclaw, Washington, that would be a little bit different. That would give Google a clear view of what you do and where you do it. And you want to do this throughout the website on your heading 1s and your heading 2s. Personally, I would put tree service because that is typically, or a tree company, because that's typically looked up more often. Tree service sounds a little bit more professional, so I'd probably go with that if I were you. But either way, we need to make sure that these are geolocated to where you are, what you do, and where you do it. Next, I wanted to put the company that I work for right next to you because I'm actually starting to help them with their SEO as well. And the one thing that we really needed to update for them was their title tag. So right here, you can see yours just says Guilty of Treason, which is great for everybody looking up Guilty of Treason specifically. But remember, we want to make it as easy as possible for Google to find out what we do and where we do it. So you can see right here that 1, we have the logo too, what they call the favicon, but we have what we do. So tree service in where we're located, which is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And then we have the name. Again, this is all very important, just foundational SEO type stuff that needs to be done to get you started on the right track. All right, moving on to number 2. This is a pretty simple one, but you'd be surprised at the amount of companies that mess this up and don't have this correct. So one thing that we want to make sure that we have is making it as easy as possible for our customers to contact us. So you want to have your phone number at all times on every page of your website listed above the fold. What does that mean, right? Basically what that means, if we go to your website right here, this is what's called below. So this is above the fold right here, right? So as soon as somebody scrolls, this is what's called below the fold. Right now, your phone number, people have to scroll down to see your phone number if they end up finding your website, right? So we want to make this as easy as possible for customers to come to our website. How do we contact them? They could click contact, but why not put our phone number in the top right and make it as easy as possible for your customers to find your phone number and call you as soon as possible. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about here. If we go ahead and look up the landing page, or I'm sorry, if we go ahead and look up the website that I have started building out for you, we've got that phone number right here. We're making it super easy for anybody that comes to this website. Oh, I'm looking for tree service right now. Boom, click call now. That'll immediately get them in contact with you. There's a few other things that I want to go over here as well. Put this sweet video of this is one of my favorite YouTube videos of yours is taking down this one. I'm sure it's a lot of other people's favorite videos too, but just like an incredible job, incredible scenery. But anyway, one thing that I want to point out while we're here is you can see this H1 tag right here, expert tree service in Newmanclaw, Washington. Again, we're making it as easy as possible for Google to look at this website and say, what does this website do and where do they do it, right? So we're making it, again, easy as possible. We're not trying to make Google think. We're not trying to make our customers think. We just want to give them the information and let them take hold of that. Number 3 is adding a service page and a service area page. So the reason I wanted to bring up this website is they do a fantastic job with their SEO, and you'll soon find out why. So number 1, we've got to have a services page, specifically listing out every single service that you do. And usually what we're going to want is a service page that goes over each specific service. This is just going to add depth to the website and make sure that we're listing every single one to give Google as much information as possible. Number 2, service areas. Look how they have every single service area that they service, and there's a different page for each one. So if I click on West Melbourne right here, this should take me to a specific page that is, again, look at this. This is our H1 header, tree service in what do you know? West Melbourne, Florida. Again, this isn't on accident. They're not doing this on accident by putting the city and what they do in each one of the titles and H2s and H1s. This is textbook SEO 101. It's stuff that needs to be done. And the thing is, like, most of your competition is already not doing this. So just by doing this, you are so many steps ahead of your competition, and you can continue to solidify your spot at number 1 once we get you there, just by doing this basic stuff, right? There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done on the back end that we can go over in a future video. But for right now, again, we just got to build that foundation. Make sure that you have a service page. Make sure that you have a service areas page. It's really going to help out. Number 4, this is a quick one, and it doesn't have any direct impact on your SEO other than just building more authority, building more trust with your customers, because they want to come to your website. They want to see that you have reviews. They want to see that you've actually done work before, because if somebody hasn't heard of you before and now they're just hearing about you for the first time, they want to make sure that you've done a good job in the past, right? Like, you can have the prettiest website in the world, but if you don't have any reviews on there, it's not as easy to trust that person to give them a call or enter their information. You want to have some social proof. That's the word I was looking for. Social proof on your website, on your landing page. Extremely important, and just really boosts up those conversions. So right here, this is a landing page, right? So, but again, phone number in the top right here, right? And then I put this in Photoshop and made sure that we show that you have that 5-star average rating, which is incredible. You're doing very good with that. And there's a lot of companies that are your competition right now that don't have a 5-star rating and don't even have as many reviews as you do. So you get, as I'm explaining all of these little things together, you can see as we bring them together that all of them combined can really help out in generating you as many customers as we possibly can, and just making you that local authority with where you're currently at. And then as I scroll down, we have 5-star ratings just across the board right here. But again, we just really want to create that social proof. It's really going to help out with your conversions and just creating that trust with people that you don't know yet. So number 5 isn't exactly a website tip. It's more of an SEO tip, but this is something that really needs to be done that you should be doing as soon as possible. So what we're going to take a look at here is your local citation tracker. And now you may be asking yourself, if you're not too familiar, Travis, what are local citations? Well, local citations is anywhere on Google where you have your name, address, and phone number, or what they call your NAP or your NAP, listed across Google. So the more times your name, address, and phone number are listed, the more authority that you build with Google, and typically the higher you will rank within Google's ranks. So right now our key citation score is about a 7 out of 100, which isn't great. We're going to need to do a lot. So we don't have you listed on Facebook. We don't have you listed on Bing, Yelp, Foursquare, the Better Business Bureau. All of these add up to create that authority with Google. This is something that I can do for you, so it's not a big deal. But so far, it looks like you only have 2 or 3 citations across the internet. And, over time, this isn't an overnight fix. Obviously, this would take a long time. But again, it's just something that you really want to start out with the bare bones. Again, the foundations, right? We want to make sure we get those local citations, start with that, and then move on from there. Okay, so I know that I just threw a bunch of information your way. And if you're wondering why the lighting's different and maybe I look different, hopefully a little bit tanner because it's been hot as hell in Idaho. I've been filming this over the past couple of weeks. I'm still climbing full time, so I've been trying to dedicate as much time as I can to this because I know it's helping a lot of people. But if this is something that you are looking to implement into your tree service business, I would love to be the one that helps you out with it. All of my information is in the description, whether you just want to give me a call, shoot me an email, whatever works for you. So everybody who's watching this, safe climbing, stay safe out there. It's a dangerous job, but gotta love it. And I will talk to you in the next one. Bye now.